The Sunday school lesson for March 19th, 2023 is Doing the Father's Work. John chapter 5, verses 19 through 29. To the viewers and subscribers, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I am Audrey, and on this channel, you will get the backstory, which will consist of the events that take place before each Sunday school lesson. The agenda is as follows. I will share the backstory, read the lesson text, offer a brief lesson summary. Remember, please, to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you so much in advance for your support. The backstory begins with the authority of the Son, John chapter 5, verses 16 through 18. In John chapter 5, we find Jesus making a visit to Jerusalem to attend a feast that is not identified. He faced antagonism there, where he was not as popular as he was in Galilee. It began after he miraculously healed the man beside the pool of Bethesda who had been crippled for 38 years. Once the man told the Jewish leaders who had healed him, they determined to kill Jesus, primarily because he had done this work, this healing, on the Sabbath. When they confronted Jesus, he told them that he was simply carrying on the work that his Father had been doing. For this reason, they tried all the more to kill him. Not only was he breaking the Sabbath, but he was even calling God his own Father, making himself equal with God. In verse 18, Jesus claims equality with the Father. The backstory ends here, and today's lesson begins with verse 19. Doing the Father's work. John chapter 5, verses 19 through 29. Time AD 28. Place Jerusalem. Golden text. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that heareth my word and believeth on him that sent me hath everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life. John chapter 5, verse 24. Verse 19. Then answered Jesus and said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, the Son can do nothing of himself, but what he seeth the Father do. For what things soever he doeth, these also doeth the Son likewise. Verse 20. For the Father loveth the Son, and sheweth him all things that himself doeth, and he will shew him greater works than these, that ye may marvel. Verse 21. For as the Father raiseth up the dead, and quickeneth them, even so the Son quickeneth whom he will. Verses 22 through 23. For the Father judgeth no man, but hath committed all judgment unto the Son, that all men should honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honoreth not the Son honoreth not the Father, which hath sent him. Verse 24. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that heareth my word and believeth on him that sent me hath everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life. Verse 25. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is, when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of God, and they that hear shall live. Verses 26 through 27. For as the Father hath life in himself, so hath he given to the Son to have life in himself, and hath given him authority to execute judgment also, because he is the Son of Man. Verses 28 through 29. Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming, in the which all that are in the graves shall hear his voice, and shall come forth, they that have done good unto the resurrection of life, and they that have done evil unto the resurrection of damnation. A brief summary. John chapter 5, verses 19 through 29. In Jesus' day, sons normally followed the family trade. Jesus, as the faithful son, would logically follow his father's every step, implementing the father's will. Therefore, by performing miracles that reflected both the nature and power of God, he demonstrated that he was the Son of God. Jesus turned the argument against his accusers at this point. Because Jesus spoke on the Father's behalf, disrespect shown to Jesus automatically dishonored God. Ironically, the Jews had been trying to protect God's honor by persecuting Jesus, but that persecution showed total disrespect for God's authority. The divine power of the miracle proved Jesus to be the Son of God and declared that he worked with and like unto his Father as he saw good. These ancient enemies of Christ understood him and became more violent, charging him not only with Sabbath breaking, but blasphemy, in calling God his own Father, and making himself equal with God. But all things now and at the final judgment are committed to the Son, purposely that all men might honor the Son as they honor the Father. And everyone who does not honor the Son, whatever he may think or pretend, does not honor the Father who sent him. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and join me soon for the next backstory.